y'all. I'm going to wait for a few people to come in. Give me just a second. I got to go do something real quick. I don't know if you guys can hear or see me, but I'll be right back. All right, so I hope you guys can see me. I've got to go over here to comments. Sorry, I'm trying to navigate. So now I'm hands-free. So at any rate, it has not been, I got a lot of video and photography, and we will be editing those videos. I was able to meet Anthony as well as Rayanne, which were Cassie Carli's brother and sister. So while we were at the meeting place to go and do searches, you know, there was the sergeant was there, and there was the command center. I actually followed the command center into the location, and you know, I talked to the sergeant, and it sounded like he needed to update the family, which he explained to me he had done, you know, every morning since they've been out there. And you know, the command center rolled out. I got videography of that, the command center rolling out, and you know, Anthony and Rayanne. I assume, I didn't see them leave in their vehicle, so I assume they went into the command center and were with the sergeant. You know, a couple people had stepped out, and it was off. And I'm pretty sure it was because they were just getting the news at about 11 o'clock this morning that she had been found. And that's why the command center, they probably just needed some time to grieve. They were doing a press conference at 2 p.m. I thought the press conference was going to be done out there where the search site was. It was not. And, you know, I waited there as long as I possibly could wait there. There were, you know, at least 40 volunteers out there waiting as well. And finally, you know, about 2:15, 2:30, it was time for me to start heading back because I've got a 7-hour drive. And I'm going to be pulling in after 10 o'clock as is, and I've been going since 1 o'clock this morning, 1:30 this morning. So I'm already, you know, it's 3:24 Eastern Standard Time. It's 2:24 where I am at currently. And quite frankly, I'm exhausted. And I got a call from Ronnie, one of our mods in here, asking me if I heard the news. And I'm like, no, because I didn't have the internet on. I'm now driving back home. You know, nobody heard back from Anthony or Rayanne. When I talked to the volunteers, they said that they're doing the news conference at 2, and you know, the other volunteers and everybody were planning on meeting back there after the news conference. But clearly, you know, Sailor was in Department of Children and Family Services custody. Shortly after she got into their custody, Marcus Spinavello was arrested in Tennessee. Sounds to me like he was on the run. And then last night, which they did not tell the family, because I saw the family this morning, and I interviewed both the brother as well as the sister, and they did not have any inclination that their sister Cassie had been found, and she has been recovered. And it's just another sad day here. You know, this domestic violence is horrible. It's just horrible. And I'm quite surprised that we only have, you know, 47 people in the chat right now. it being Sunday at 3:30, so I'm assuming somebody else is airing something as well. But at any rate, Cassie Carli has been recovered. She can now rest in peace. Her family can now start their grieving process. And it's sad. It's sad. It is another loss. It is another loss. It's just, she was identified, Ronnie says she was identified positively by tattoos. And I got to say that's true, because the majority of the people that were out there that volunteered, that knew her, they had, tattoos as well. Nice tattoos. I mean, but it seemed like everybody had tattoos out there. So she was it's just sad. And I'm so exhausted. I'm kind of happy. I wish I would have stayed out there, but I don't foresee the family going back out to the search site at this point. I'm sure they're horribly upset. They may have came back out, but I'm just thankful that I got an opportunity. And I didn't just, send, our love and support from me. I sent it from everybody here that loves and supports this channel. And I explained that it's not just me, that we have a whole group of people behind me that help me do the work that I do, and it's my audience. And so I was able to give them both a hug. They were both very, very sweet. Anthony, I can tell you, by far was taking it really, really hard. He wasn't breaking down and crying, but he was lost for words. He obviously didn't spend as much time with his sister as he wished he would have, the woulda, coulda, shouldas. And, just another one. It's just another one gone too soon. It's sad. We need to start respecting and honoring life, not taking it. And I don't think anybody in the chat would ever take life. But at the end of the day, it's just, all this violence, thinking that you're going to get away with murder. I mean, it's not going to happen. And I can guarantee you, this Marcus is going to be charged with first-degree murder. He is going to be charged with first-degree murder. It was not an act of passion. This was a well thought out, plotted plan that took him a long time to plan before he executed. I can tell you that. It was not something that was done willy-nilly. And holy crap, it's like we're about to get into a fire and the whole tire. Let's see if I can turn this around. I don't even know if you guys will be able to see it. Holy smokes, what in the world? What blazes is going on? Of course, let me see if I can turn this around. See all that? You guys see that? In the distance, that's smoke. That's billowing smoke. That big, huge cloud is not a cloud. That's like fire or something. Look at that. Holy smokes. What in the world is going on? Something is on fire. And it's not a little fire either. Holy smokes. Did you guys see that? I can't tell if you guys can see that or not. It's all the way in the distance, but my word, it's a lot of smoke. There's definitely a big fire going on. Anyways, yeah, we want to pray for the Carli family. I know when I was there, they were trying to get a hold of their mom. And then they were just they were there 1 minute, tucked away, and shipped off the next. So I kind of knew something just wasn't right. I really did. Yep, I'm going down I-10. Do you see it, Angel? What is it? Yeah, east on I-10 right now. I tell you what, I almost want to pull this car over and climb in the back seat. I've got a pillow and some blankets, and I almost want to just crash. And I'm so tired. Yes, it's a lot. It wasn't a little bit. It was a freaking lot. Smokes. It's just billowing from somewhere. The other day, I gotta post that. I didn't post that. I was driving. Where the heck was I driving? Lordy, I can't remember where the heck I was driving. I was driving somewhere, and I saw smoke. It wasn't that large, but it was. Oh wow! It's over to the left. Let me pull this back up. Hold on a second, guys. Let me get this turned around. Camera. I'm going to keep it front facing for right now because you can't see it because of the trees. But as soon as we get past the trees, I'll show you. I'll pivot the phone around to the back side. You can't see it for the trees, but it's coming from somewhere. It's definitely a fire of some sort. It's not a car fire, which I saw a car fire just the other day on the interstate, and it was black smoke, but it was just a wee little bit. I mean, it wasn't a wee little bit, but in conjunction with what we're looking at over there, it looks like I'm probably going to drive past it before I see it. I almost want to jump out and crawl through these trees. I'm such the investigator. I can't help it. It's like in my DNA. I want to see what's going on. Oh, speed. I better quit speed. Better quit speed. Let me see if I can set my cruise control. Here we go. I can cruise at 75. That's what I'll do. Sometimes I'm so tired. I guess I'm going to just chop this out because it looks like I'm passing it now. It's not on the interstate. It's somewhere. Hold on, let me turn this back around so you guys can see me. Here we go. Oh, anyways. Oh, Banjo. So Cassie Carli's case, started resonating with me. People were sending me emails and text messages about her. It resembled a lot of Gabby Petito, and so it was in the Panhandle of Florida. And I figured, what the heck? I heard on Grizzly last night that they were going to be doing a search. They called for all hands on deck. Everybody, please come out and help with the search. So I got up at 1 o'clock this morning. Well, 1:30 is when the alarm went off. I think I got out of the house about 2 and went to the gas station, filled up the tank, and got on the road. And I pulled into Juanes. Good grief, I can't even remember. Juanes. My brain is now functioning so slow because of my Juanes Pagodas. Jesus. I've been saying it all day. I can't say it right now. It's how exhausting me. Pagodas. Juanes Pagodas. So I went there and met the family, met some of the volunteers, interviewed a few people, and everything like that. And I was going to stay there and assist in the search for her. We talked to a lot of people, even though I only got about 4 or 5, maybe 6 interviews recorded. And the consensus was they didn't know where Cassie was, but they do know that she was somewhere between, let me turn this around, somewhere between Navarre Beach, good Lord, Navarre Beach and Birmingham, Alabama, and apparently they found her in Alabama, so we do know where she was. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that now. Well, those trees are in the way. Look at that. That's not a cloud up there. That is smoke. That is smoke. Look at that. Let's see if you guys can see it when I can pass here. Look at that. Something is going on over there. I don't know what it is. These trees are in my way. Trees are in my way. Damn trees. Damn trees. And every time I turn this thing around, let me see. Hold on. I'm just going to point it this way because we're about to go up to an overpass. I'm going to see if I can get a good spot through the trees since it's going to be higher up. Of course not. See that smoke? What is going on? There it is. Look at that. That's a lot of smoke. I don't know where it's coming from or what it's from, but it's something big. Something big. All right. Well, we know something's on fire. We just don't know what. So I'm going to quit twisting and turning, you guys. I'm trying twisting and turning, you guys. Let me get this thing set back. There we go. Yeah. Thank you, Anissa. And I got to tell you guys, is it a fact? It could be a factory. I mean, it's something's on fire. It's not smoke coming from a factory. No, I mean, this stuff is just billowing out from wherever it is. It's. I've seen fires before. Whatever it is fire. It is fire. So I got to tell you though, this gas prices, man, they are killing. They are killing me. This is, I'm gonna, by the time I get back, I would have been driving for a total of 14 hours. That 14 hours has cost me $150. It used to cost me $26 to fill up this tank. Fill it up, $26. It cost me $30 because I stop every half tank because I hate when the gas gets down. And it cost me $40 for a half a tank of gas. It used to cost $26 to fill the entire tank, and I am paying $40 for a half tank of gas. That is insane to me. Yes, I did have to mortgage my house for gas. No, I'm just kidding. I did not mortgaging my house for gas. Like crap. I don't know how people. I drive a small SUV. Sorry, hold on. I drive a small SUV. I drive a 2011. Oh my. There we go. I got it. I drive a Chevy Equinox, a 2011 Chevy Equinox. The bad boy's got 147,000 miles on it, and I literally have never. I fell over a week ago. I was like literally like almost on E. I was under an eighth of a tank, which I never run this car that low. But the gas prices were so high in my county, I just knew if I got one more county over, I'd get the cheaper gas, right? Which I did, not by much. I should have ran it down that low to save, I think it was 6 cents. $62. $62. So, and that was before over $4 per tank. So, as you guys can imagine. Yes, Robbie, her body was found. This is sad. Yep, it's sad. It's a sad day here in Florida, and this was preventable. And here, and I was talking on TikTok. I did a live on TikTok earlier today, and while I was sitting out there waiting because I hadn't been on TikTok in a little minute, and I had already went live on YouTube earlier today, so I decided to go live on TikTok. And the people in my TikTok channel were kind of complaining about, this is the judge's fault, this, that, and the other. And while I do believe, there was enough evidence to prove that this man was a danger to her and she feared for her safety, you got to also remember those judges deal with this every day. Think about how many people lie to the judge about the imminent threat that they are experiencing. You do not falsify information. You do not lie. This is where the problem is. Judges have to, try to decide, is this just a petty squabble, for child custody. You got to think of what that judge sees in his chambers every day, the people that are crying wolf each and every day. And then when somebody has a legitimate claim, the judge can't decipher. He's so set and so desensitized to these arguments that it makes it hard. He's going to side on the rights of the person. And here we have, Cassie was affected, even though she begged those courts. She told the court she had good documentation that this man had threatened her, and not just threatened her. She's been violated by him physically. She's had a gun stuck to her. I don't know if it stuck to her head or if she was just threatened with a gun. But there was enough documentation there that this child should not have been in Marcus's custody without supervised release or supervised visitation. I'm sorry. They should have never required her to meet him somewhere. If he wanted the visitation, he should have had to come to her house, her father's house, where she felt safe. In this situation, after talking to her brother and her sister, I thought that they had met there, twice, a couple times a year. That's not the case. They've only been meeting at that location here and there for the last few months, according to Rayanne. She said that he's been really, really nice and been pulling this, well, let me do you a favor. Just come over here so you don't have to drive all the way to Destin. I'm doing you a favor. I'm being nice to you, blah, 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 blah. He was actually supposed to start making payment on the child support as well as the attorney fees April 1st. April 1st. And it sounds like he was a transient of sorts, because the big old 30-foot trailer he had fashioned into basically a mobile home that he carried behind his truck. So, yeah, Amy, I do believe she had enough sufficient evidence to fear for her life, and she justified it at the courthouse, and the courts did not believe her or did not listen to her, or thought that they would be able to mitigate any harm that come to her. And clearly that was not the case. This man was a danger to her, and the judge is lucky, stinking lucky, he did not do something to save her. That child had to have witnessed something. If she was found in Alabama, that baby girl had to have seen something. Yeah, I hear you, Lisa. Men have got to understand they cannot smack women around. We are not property. We are not property. And, she was such a kind soul. Me, I'm so hardened from all the abuse. I mean, you get in my personal space and you're coming at me violently. I don't play that shit. Excuse my language. I just don't. I don't. That's where it comes from. I'm so hardened to it. I will never let another man hit me or put his hands on me. He comes after me aggressively, I'm putting him on his ass. Period. I will never, ever, ever deal with that again. I never, ever, ever have to worry about another man putting hands on me. I tell you that. ZZ, I am doing just fine. I'm hands-free. Look at that. I got both hands on the wheel. Well, one hand on the wheel, one hand on my babe. I'm watching straight. I've got the camera cocked this way so you guys can see my face. I merely look over as I look to my right and left for defensive driving. I catch a small little chat box every now and again. Yeah, well, I appreciate it, Connie, but I'm going to try to get back. I'm going to try to make it. I really am. I'm just gonna, if I have to pull over at a truck stop somewhere or a rest stop and just close my eyes for an hour, I will. But I need to try to get some traction under these tires. I've got to get back. I'm trying to go to North Carolina, but I'm not sure if NISA Driving School 101. You like how I pulled that out of my back pocket as I'm doing my defensive driving, looking right and left. Wow, you can see that smoke in the back in the rear view mirror, guys. Do you guys see that? I'm gonna lift you up. Hold on, I lift you up. Oh, do you guys see that? Let me get you guys the back rear view mirror or the back. Shit. Oh, crap. Sorry about that. My mom is gonna kick my little rear end, and I know she's watching. I know she's watching. Quit watching me, Mama. Can you guys see that behind me? Okay, go this way, go that way. Look at that smoke. Look at that in the back window of my car. There is like a huge plume of freaking smoke back there. It's insanity. It's insanity. All right, I'm done with the smoke. I gotta keep my eyes on it. Oh, I love the hat too. Sassy attitude, baby. Sassy attitude. So I'm on this road for another 100 and some odd miles, something or other. I don't know which. But, anyways, guys, I just wanted to let you guys know it was not a wasted trip. We were able to go out there and show some Bullhorn Betty love and support for a family. I got to tell you, these travels, they're so, I don't know. I don't even want to get political, but these gas prices, something's got to happen to them. So I'm telling you, it's killing me. It's killing me. I can't be in all these places at $4.25 a freaking gallon. That's insanity. Insanity. Which brings me to another point. If you guys would like to support this channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you would love 100% of your proceeds to go to our Michigan trip, which is we are planning right now. We're having some difficulty with Jonathan's schedule. I'm not sure. We're in talks right now. I'm not sure what is going on with his schedule, but hopefully he's going to be able to go. We're trying to work it out now, but it might just be Olivia, me, and Mom. I'm not sure. I spoke to him today about it, and we will see if things open up. He just said it's just too far in advance for him to make a 100% commitment at this moment. So he may not be going with us. We're trying to make a way for him to go, but we will see it. We'll keep you guys posted, and we will modify the budget as needed. So just thought I'd let you guys know that as well. So, oh my goodness, folks, this is rough. This is rough. I don't think it's quite hit that, I knew Cassie, ever since the minute I heard this story, I think all of us knew the minute we heard this story, she was going for a custody exchange with her ex that has been violent with her in the past, and she disappears, and then her ex has the baby. I think we all kind of knew what the outcome was going to be, but still in the back of your mind, you're hopeful. You hope she's, tied up, hopeful that, he put her somewhere and she's, hurt, but okay. You just kind of, your mind goes 1,000 different directions, and it's just sad. It's just sad. Heaven's got another angel. Heaven's got another angel. Trying to do. I think I expressed that. I'm very delicate when I'm first getting into these cases because I obviously would like to speak with the family, and the family watches, and you don't want to stifle their hope. And optimism. So it's delicately dancing around, just like, with Monisha Lee, your sister was on our live, and although I'm thinking it, I'm having a hard time, having a real conversation, because I know the words that come out of my mouth can just break somebody's heart, and they'll be mad at me. They'll be mad at me because I'm the one that broke their heart. I don't want to be the one that breaks anybody's heart, especially when they're suffering so greatly. It just makes it hard, But this domestic violence, guys, it's serious. They put a little more makeup on. They get, the person that's hitting them gets smarter and knows not to hit their face, and knows to keep it, where their clothes are. Guys, was trying say thank you to the folks that are joining me here on the Laundrie channel. I want to thank my mods that reached out to me and keep me on my toes and have the information I need to have. I mean, I was right there, and still, I was working on videos. I wasn't even looking at the news. I knew that they were having a press conference. And I wasn't able to get my spirit when Anthony came back for us to start this search. They told us what at the press conference. I believe it or not, but it was breaking news. Watching fans out of the parking lot because they loaded them up, and they were probably absolutely hysterical when they found out. I think you could tell in their eyes that they knew she was holding. They just wanted her. Just wanted she had her home. Guys, so to the drop. I love you guys.